the universe. A vast space containing everything that physically exists. For centuries, people have been engaging in discussions about the structure and origin of the cosmos. One of the considered scenarios suggests that we might be living in a simulated universe designed long ago by an incredibly advanced civilization. The simulation hypothesis is gaining increasing attention and is seriously taken into account by scientists and philosophers, making it worth contemplating from the perspective of cosmic narratives. These considerations are, of course, merely speculative, as we will likely never be able to verify whether this hypothesis is true or not. Nevertheless, it is worth pondering over this possibility. Is it possible that at some point in time, a cosmic civilization reached such a high level of development that it was able to computationally generate the entire universe? Let's consider a few premises indicating that we might be living in a virtual universe. The first one relates to whether it is possible to artificially generate reality at all. Just 100 years ago, no one thought such things were probable. However, now, in the year 2017, each of us can, at any moment, engage in one of the millions of computer games whose graphics and level of detail in the virtual world are staggering for someone who lived in 1917. Thanks to technological advancements, we continually improve the graphical level and perceptual capabilities of such simulations using devices like virtual reality glasses or augmented reality. Futurists and scientists are already speculating that in a few decades, we might be able to immerse ourselves directly into a game and exist within it. This leads us to the second premise. Since we, Earthlings, are already capable of creating virtual reality, perhaps other civilizations in the cosmos have done so as well. Technological development is happening rapidly. Just 200 years ago, Earthlings were primitive beings moving in horse-drawn carriages, unable to communicate quickly over distances, and a journey to the moon was as distant as immortality. Currently, we travel around the planet aboard flying machines. Most of us carry a small computer in our pocket, allowing us to communicate with anyone in the world in a matter of seconds, and traveling to nearby planets is no longer just a dream. What will it be like in 50 years? What level of development will we reach by the year 2000? Or by the year 5000, for example? Given the pace of development, it is not difficult to imagine whether we will be capable of achieving scientific wonders, and one of them could be generating a vast virtual reality. If we can do it, then other civilizations should also be capable. Let's consider such a scenario. We have Universe XE with billions of galaxies, each containing billions of stars, around which orbit billions of planets. On most planets, life never emerged, but on many others, suitable conditions allowed the gradual development of various organisms. On many of them, intelligent life never arose, but on specific planets in certain star systems, intelligent beings evolved at some point in time. Many of these civilizations perished due to various catastrophes or self-destructed at the moment of mastering atomic energy. However, many civilizations survived this critical development moment and could achieve an incredibly advanced technological level. Let's assume that Civilization B discovered most of the laws of physics and, surpassing our contemporary level of development by several thousand years, was able to create virtual universe Y. The purpose of such an undertaking is inconsequential. It could have been done out of curiosity, for entertainment, similar to how we create computer games, or perhaps to secure their existence in case of a catastrophe in their world. What matters is that they generated a universe where the laws of physics were observed. This simulated universe, Y, is, of course, our universe. Entities living within the simulated universe, Y, are unaware of this and lead peaceful lives on various planets. On one of them, Earth, there is a rapid technological development, and its inhabitants start creating a virtual reality. They wonder whether, since they can do it, the same process might have occurred before. The third premise that comes to their minds is the uncertainty principle. Namely, that the detailed image in the quantum world is only visible during observation. Computer games also operate in a similar way, where the graphics generate an excellent image only in the place where observers are present, while in other areas it becomes blurred. This may be due to a desire to save computational power on supercomputers. Or perhaps it is just an element of the game where the creators of the universe left one piece of evidence that reality is virtual, eagerly watching if someone notices. Considering these three issues, it is worth contemplating whether our universe was practically created by extraterrestrials. Perhaps, at some point in their development, civilizations aiming for the survival of their species are not solely focused on exploring and colonizing other planets. It is possible that they also create virtual realities using machines scattered across many star systems in case something goes wrong with one of them. In this way, these beings could survive in two ways: spending their free time in virtual reality, where they recreate the laws of physics from scratch. Perhaps many civilizations secured their future in this way, and at a certain stage of development, all advanced civilizations disappear from our universe, Y, and go to the simulated universe Z, where they can exist in digital form or without a body for eons. For now, we are still at a primitive stage of development, but perhaps in the future we will join such a galactic federation. In these considerations, it is worth going one step further. Can one leave such a simulation? Perhaps a given civilization is trapped in it and cannot establish contact with its creators. It is not excluded that aliens from civilization B, at some point, discovered that they themselves live in a simulated universe X created by beings from the Omega universe. Also, this universe was artificially created by another civilization, and each subsequent simulation is within the previous one. There may be countless billions of such layers of simulated universes, and there are so many of them that escaping from those at the very bottom is already impossible. What is most fascinating about such speculations is the attempt to answer questions about the most remote past. Why were successive virtual universes created? Did the first simulation ever exist? And if so, who programmed it? And did they live in a physical mother universe? We will probably never know the answers to these questions, just as we will not find out if our universe was indeed designed by extraterrestrial beings. These considerations are only speculative, but it is worth pondering whether we actually live in a virtual reality.